morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I got a comment. We got a comment from one of our own USMC 87 Devil Dogs, Semper Fi. I thought it was worthy of addressing, so I'm going to read you the question, and then I'm going to get to it. Pastor Fox, you have stated many times that the U.S. will never recover while pointing to Fate of Empires by Sir John Glubb. You can find it on the internet. It's about 29 pages. Fate of Empires. And urging us to focus on family and tribe and prepare for biblical end times. Dun, dun, dun. But do we not have a responsibility to fight the broader fight to restore our country to greatness for our children and grandchildren? I have grandchildren. Changes your perspective on life, doesn't it? What about the oath we swore to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic? If these aren't end times and our descendants will have to deal with whatever we leave them, isn't a fatalistic approach irresponsible? I'd very much appreciate a video addressing this if you think it's warranted. Well, clearly I do. My knee-jerk response to everybody on the internet, don't take this personally. I think you're probably a pretty cool guy, USMC 87. I'm assuming you're a guy. I guess you could be a woman, but I doubt it. So I think you're probably cool. So don't take this personally. I am now taking this and springboarding. Okay, that means I'm going wherever my brain takes me. So I guess I'll start with some caffeinated water. My knee-jerk response when people talk about you took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, is you first, Bubba. Show us what you got. We got to do something. You need to do. Go on with your bad self. I'm putting the phone away so I can talk. What is the basic building block of society? What is the basic building block of government? The family unit. The household. The household is the basic unit of government upon which everything else is built. This country, and in fact this world system, has been doing its best to destroy the family unit for a long time now. You can make a great argument. I can also make an awesome counter argument, but let's go with it. You can make a great argument that the reason blacks, again, broad stroke, I know blacks who are very rich, okay, but the reason blacks are experiencing the problems they are, and I looked it up in 90, it's another story that I don't want to go into the story, but a black friend of mine told me that 75% of blacks grew up in a household without a father. I did not believe that. I went and looked it up and it was true. That was early 2000s when I looked it up. Appalling. But in slavery, they broke up families all the time. You didn't have a father family unit, and so the mothers had to take care of the children, and they became the strong head of the household, and that has translated into today. And there's a whole argument that goes there. That's not what this video is about. Look at that sun coming over there. How are we going to do this? I guess we can just switch around there. That's better, right? And then we have divorce laws, which make it easy for a woman to divorce a man. We have alimony and all that, and the courts side with, and then we have welfare that allows a woman to raise children without a man successfully. And by successfully, I mean economically she can do it. And these are all programs that put in place, diminish, if not destroy, the family unit. They make it very hard to have a family, and that's the basic building block of government. So when I tell people, and then I'm not going to go back to the email, but there was something about, the future, don't we owe it to our grandchildren and our children? You do owe it to your progeny to create a better world for them to the extent that you can. Your progeny, your children, their children, their children. What are you doing to see that they have a better world? I submit to you the answer is not cast yourself upon the hill of trying to defend the Constitution and the Republic. It's gone. Wake up. It ain't coming back. It's not coming back. What makes you think in your mind that you can go back to the way it was? The federal government is already breaking 9 of the 10 Bill of Rights amendments, first 10 amendments. They're already breaking that, and they have been for a while, and it's getting worse. What makes you think we're going back? Who do you think is going to change anything to bring it back? Wake up. It's not going to happen. So, with that, and you can go fight all you want. I don't believe in fighting hopeless causes. I don't believe in dying gloriously for the fatherland. For no avail. If there's no winning end game, there's no reason to fight. There's no reason to play. You ever play chess? There comes a point in chess, you don't fight the chess game all the way out. When you know you've lost, you're wasting time. Tip over your king. Game over. I don't believe in fighting for lost causes. And neither should you. It's futile. It's stupid. What do you gain out of it? How are you helping your family when you died fighting a lost cause that's not going to be won anyway? Basic building block. Family. We can read in the Bible, Israel to your tents. That means go back to your family. Get your household in order. Get your household in order. You want a better world for your grandchildren? You're going to have to build it. Because chaos is coming. So how are you going to ensure that your grandchildren, to just stick with the analogy, and I know I'm mad at the situation. I'm not mad at you, USMC. I don't even know you. Again, I just keep feeling the need to tell you that but I am taking your arguments because I've heard them 1,000 times, which is why I'm doing this video, not just because you sent it to me. You want to take care of your grandkids? You want to take care of your kids? You want to provide them a better world? That better world is not restoration of the constitutional republic. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. How do you see that happening? Have you looked at the Congress critters? Have you looked at the people who give them money to run and then they make it? You're not going to beat that system. The best you can hope for, I've said this, is balkanization. This thing crumbles and you get to live in a place where there's enough local power of people that come together and say, yeah, this is how we want to live life. And you're like, yeah, it's a pretty good way. It won't be in the cities. Nope, it won't be in the cities. You need to create a new world. You need to create your own reality. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing. Shofarians. We're creating our own reality. Now, I could see that's why I'll never run for office. Somebody could take that one little blurb and just run with it. But it's the truth. I am not worried about BLM march coming down my road. I am not worried about Antifa setting up a roadblock and shooting at me. I am not worried about somebody trying to set up an autonomous zone out here or whatever. Create my own reality. To which I get the response, which I think I addressed in a video that's either coming out or came out already. What are you going to do when they come out there? I deal with it. There's a lot of water going under the bridge between here and there. I care greatly about my children and grandchildren. I want a world for them where they can thrive and be happy and safe. That's why we homeschool. It's why all my grandkids are homeschooled. It's why all my grandkids live in very rural areas and why we have a plan for them all to move here if they need to or want to. We do what we do. You do you, boo. It's a fantasy to think that the constitutional republic is coming back, or that you can restore it. I took an oath. I'm going to fight. You are going to die for nothing. Whereas you could be planting a big garden for your grandkids. You could be clearing a pad to put their house on. You could be strengthening your MAG and having them take care of their grandkids and having a plan for that. So that when chaos comes and all those grandbabies of somebody are out there starving and dying and burning and being beset upon and thrown into government tyrannically controlled, Hitler youth camps or whatever, well, that's happening to them. Bobby, Sally, how about you go pick some peas for lunch? Okay, Mommy. I always say, do the best you can with what you got where you're at. What's the best you can do? Honestly, if you're thinking about your kids and your grandkids, your progeny, what's the best you can do? The best you can do is make a safe place for them. The best you can do is create a microcosm. One of my most popular videos on Shofar Mountain Channel, I should go back and watch it. I mean, it might have the most views. Withdraw and prepare. If you're interested, you can go to Shofar Mountain YouTube channel and search for Withdraw and Prepare. So that's what I say about that. You took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. The Constitution is just a piece of paper. It's no longer there, gang. Oh, I know. Breaking some of your hearts. It matters. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. They, the people with the levers of power, they don't care. Doesn't hinder them. Oh, yeah. I'm fatalistic, pessimistic on that aspect. But I'm cautiously optimistic on this aspect. Sister Kate says, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. That's what I recommend. Both ways. Withdraw and prepare. Put your efforts towards something that will see fruit. Don't put your efforts into uselessness. All right. I'll see you out there. Maybe.